Hello Libra, how are you? Welcome to the channel and to your reading. Libra, we are going to connect with your messages through the guidance of the angels to begin this channeling. We are going to connect with your available energies for the next few days, next few hours. Well, your guardian angel, your guides are telling you to do your work as you have been doing it because it is excellently well done. And furthermore, to tell you that they are guiding you and accompanying you in doing your work, it has to do with the confidence, right? That you should have regarding what you've been doing. Especially if in these days you have questioned whether it is worth moving forward because of that, because you really should consider moving forward, you should consider continuing, because it may be that you are in a situation where things are slowing down a bit, and that requires a little bit of time and energy. A little bit more time and energy than you originally thought this would take you. Keep moving forward, as it is truly worth all of your effort. So continue doing things as you have been doing them and putting that intention into it. And by making that small adjustment, you will be obtaining the result you are waiting for. Right now, signals are being sent to you, and this will create that energetic wave that will establish the foundations for many important things for the rest of your life. So just imagine how important the work you have been investing in is becoming, right? This card invites you to ignite the light you carry within on a spiritual level as well. Many of you may be connected to the energy of spirituality or even doing that spiritual work for the sake of a greater good and your own personal well-being. It is time to embrace this inner fire and let your light shine brightly. And you have questioned if it is really like that, if that calling is really correct, right? The spiritual path is not easy and has a price. And often that price means time and effort. And for that reason, the angels call it light work. Your light work might also require that patience and time, but we must also remain conscious of the fact that we need to actively work on our own light. In this spiritual work, there must also be, on a personal level, that sense of effort, right? That is why you might be feeling a little overwhelmed or burdened right now. It says that if you wish to abandon this project, to move away from this situation, whatever it may be, not only in a spiritual matter. This card came to inform you that your presence in that place, in that situation, in that context today is needed more than ever. It is not the time to run away. It is not the time to turn around. You are prepared, you are ready, and you have to understand that you have all the aptitudes and qualities to do it, to take into account doing this, because you know that certainly this is going to take you to a next level. You are going to ascend being this light worker, right? Whether it is in any type of work or situation that you are thinking of abandoning because it is costing a little more than it should. Let's see what the angels tell us, Libra. You know, these are generalized readings. Sometimes this may not resonate with you. Sometimes it may not. But beyond that, if you want to treat your particular case with me, you can book an appointment through the website. You always see the address here in the video. You also have a pinned comment on your side to enter the page comfortably. Let's see what the angels tell us. Well, the Nine of Wands is a card that in some way also speaks to us of being on the defensive or on alert and having a little fear because perhaps we feel that we are not up to what we are doing and there is a little stress and fatigue, right? Well, the Nine of Wands is speaking to you now. It emphasizes this point and comes back to repeat it once more. Do not give up. It is a truly powerful and significant message that you need to hear. Do not give up under any circumstances. Keep holding on because this message is meant just for you. It repeats again. You have to protect everything you've created because the truth is that it has a lot of value and a lot of weight for you for other people. From any type of area or place that you have built it, you did it very well. So show that same integrity that placed you in this position of privilege. Because ultimately, if you compare yourself or view things from a different perspective, you are in a truly privileged situation. You must honor the path that brought you to where you are. So I think it is fundamental here to show faith, to believe in yourself and show that courage and know that you have earned all of this in a very good way. So you are up to the task of continuing. Yes, you are up to the task of doing it, of one also, but you are also up to the task of achieving it, defending it and starting to free yourself a little and not feel attacked. Not feel attacked, start to release a little of the tension or the pressure that you may be feeling, of understanding that you always have to be like on the defensive with all of this, right? There is someone here who remembers you with much affection. There is someone here who thinks about you quite a bit. And well, this will also depend if you are connected with this person, because in reality, I feel that there is a thought that is shared, and this may also have to do with a feeling. This may also have to do with the fact that you are tired of waiting for the person's reaction or for the relationship to progress, or for that person to resolve their situation in some way, or for you to resolve your own situation and finally move forward with what you were just saying regarding your emotions. But if you are in spiritual work or personal work, the Six of Cups also speaks to us of relief, or rather, not relief. In reality, it is a sensation or an emotion that connects with what is emotional healing or the willingness to receive what are feelings or emotions. Even if they come from the past, they are experienced in a mature way because it is not as if someone is actually arriving from the past to haunt your present life. Sometimes one romanticizes the past, the memories, and does it also to, at some moment, to feel that, well, it is like comparing the current moment with the one lived previously. And before I was doing better or before I was happier because I was not busy with this situation. And now look at what I got myself into. No, I'm missing those moments. I believe that if you are in personal work, you will be realizing that if you go to the past, it would be to be grateful for what was lived and the experiences that the past left you to be the person you are today, in some of the cases as well. Now, that another person misses you and that you miss another person has absolutely nothing wrong with it if you have the capacity, the sufficient maturity to be prepared, ready in case that person returns to your life and see what you do, what you decide to do. That could also be it. It prepares you for an encounter, prepares you for a romantic encounter or a loving encounter in some of these cases. It prepares you for what is this a harmonic and pleasant situation with someone. But in the present moment, here comes the now. One must not romanticize the past, and even less what that person made us feel in that past. And neither are you the same person, nor is the other person the same person from the past either. So, if that is the case, life was bringing us together to see how this issue continues, in the case of some of you, obviously, but you will show another type of attitude in front of all this, or also the person. And there you will be seeing if it is worth defending this relationship, if that is the case, if it is worth insisting on this, or really, well, you close this, right? If you have to close this, perhaps you closed it, but well, life in some way puts you to the test again. Six of Cups is also a card that speaks to us of reunions with people from the past, but not specifically on an emotional level. Perhaps you are reuniting with friends or family or places from a long time ago. And well, in some way, connecting with this energy also does you good. You have a beautiful card, which is the King of Wands card. The King of Wands card is a card of much power, right? And of manifestation. Meaning that which you want to achieve, I can assure you that even if today you think that you are already tired, that you are already quite exhausted by this, a King of Wands comes out. It is as if the need arises, yes, the need to do it and to manifest it as something concrete and real. So I feel that you are going to change your mentality and you are going to concentrate only on this to finish it and to, well, do what you have to do, move what you have to, the pieces you have to move. If there is a conversation with that person and it is worth it, you will communicate your point of view and you will act by leading all of this like the mature person you are and the person into whom you have transformed now, right? It may be that someone advises you in front of the situation. It may be that you have someone who supports you in front of all this on a particular level and also on a personal level. It may be that you are ultimately the one who is in some way occupying the role of the King of Wands, also motivating an environment that could also be going through a situation of transition and needs in some way. You need to project a different kind of energy into the situation, meaning you should actively step in to ensure that things don't begin to fall apart in that space, if that happens to be the case right now. The King of Wands is a specific card that appears to mark exactly what you might be able to find if you choose to embrace this role. By shifting your approach, you help stabilize the environment and maintain the momentum necessary to move forward with real confidence. It is the possibility not only to manifest the reality you desire, but also to find value in the knowledge that you already possess within yourself right now. The knowledge that you have, give value to that, put light on a situation that at this moment, perhaps you are not seeing so clearly. It may also be that at this moment you are being asked to demonstrate all the experience you have, the path traveled until now, and in short, to share those experiences, those lived moments. And while sharing from that place of leadership, but also from humility, because that's exactly what the King of Wands represents. Strong presence, yet grounded, open, and modest at heart in this energy. It may be that this person connecting with you is someone who is coming back totally determined to make a very, very strong presence, to be here with you, to make themselves noticed, to be present in your life, and to make themselves relevant, because both you and that person have also undergone a transformation. So this is a moment to improve your reality, by the way, because you also know that the King of Wands is a lucky card, a card of very good omens. So it improves a reality and opens possibilities or doors that align with your desire. Because yes, here I see a Libra who can generate, secure their stability in an economic matter, in a work matter, in a specific situation, but also manage very well what their emotions, their passion, their creativity are, to recognize that in some way they can sustain something at the service of another person, because we are also talking about some spiritual theme there that you want obviously to share, but also to maintain a coherent action of leadership in your life and with this person, if that is the case. And that person also feels very attracted. Okay, here we have the moon, the page of cups, and the strength card. You can see there is a romantic invitation coming. I have no doubt about it. A proposal and a romantic invitation arises that comes from the part of a person who is very excited about you. Specifically, I do not know if it is that they want to win you back, or that they want to reconnect with you, or want to start something with you from a different place, little by little, perhaps. This person is quite significant to you, and that is something you can clearly see through the energy of what could be represented here by the King of Wands. I believe that the maturity of that person also leads them to think about or approach what a relationship is, in a calm and peaceful way, don't you think? Yes, they think about you and have been thinking about you for a very long time, because if there is a page of cups, it is because that person imagines, dreams, creates spaces with you, creates moments. Well, there is the card of the moon, the doubts, doubts, doubts. Why are there so many doubts? There are doubts, there is fear, and there are situations that are really happening at this moment, because at this moment they had to be revealed. At this moment they had to be shown. You, in some way, you intuited quite a few things, and many of them are indications that your intuition is quite aligned with the events that are going to manifest in a concrete way in a short time. So trust your intuition. You are going to feel that it is a moment to do your work, as the guide says. They have prepared you in some way for that, or you have prepared yourself for that. Developing what you are aiming to create truly makes it possible for you to show yourself in all your phases, to show yourself with complete clarity, even if you have not yet moved past that point, right? I am going to ask you to come out of fear and doubt, and that you understand that if there is something that you have to know and learn, you will end up knowing it sooner or later. You have a beautiful card, which is the card of strength. The strength card helps you immensely to stay grounded through all of this and to be compassionate first with yourself and then with everyone else, don't you think? Be empathetic and understanding. We also know that if we want to find a solution in any area, one that is mature and will last us a long time in life, we cannot act on instinct. We must remain calm, be patient, and be as empathetic as we possibly can be. We have to master that. That is exactly why, in a way, the strength card calls for us to remain calm. It asks us for true tranquility, and it demands that we be as deeply empathetic as we possibly can in every situation. We must learn to approach these challenges with a steady heart and a clear, composed, and very patient mind. First with oneself, which in this case I see that it comes a lot from a personal part. It is not like sometimes you lack the strength precisely, or the environment does not help well, or this life or whatever it was. Well, strength has arrived to tell you that, yes, you really can adapt to this situation. If you possess the integrity to remain faithful to yourself and your work, combined with the necessary intelligence, you will know that this will ultimately lead to stability and security in the long term. And we are also talking about a relationship. So at the moment that you propose it to yourself, surely you are finding that solution, that strength again. And once again, you're being asked to act from a place of integrity and clarity, because that is exactly how we're going to get the best possible results, with everything unfolding in a much more solid, honest, and aligned way. Well, your healing guides are here with you to speak to us about what could be considered the shadow. When the shadow appears as main energy, it sends us a very clear message. And it is speaking to us that you must recognize yourself, you must validate yourself, and accept with kindness what could be this some type of limitation. No, your reading is quite strong, and to try also to relax and be more compassionate with yourself. I think that is what your reading is about, right? When you achieve it, these shadowy behaviors will cast light and will bring you the healing. Your guides are accompanying you so that you are kinder, more compassionate, and more benevolent. And also you can open yourself to another reality, and also to another relational context. Because this has to do also with the importance that that person may have for you. So let us connect with this beautiful reading, Libra.